What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band Hulder, entitled Godslastering, Hymns of a Forlorn Peasantry. This is released on Iron Bonehead Productions. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of Portland, Oregon, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, medieval, Belgian historic style of black metal. Yeah. Hulder is a one-woman project originally based out of Belgium, but she has since moved to the United States. Of course, Hulder is the namesake of this project. She does all the music, all the lyrics, all the vocals. And my first proper introduction to her was a 2019 compilation release of two 2018 demo releases, Ascending the Ravenstone and an August 2018 Rehearsal. I would pronounce the name of that 2019 compilation, but you can go look it up for yourself because I'm not going to bother pronouncing it because I know I'll butcher it. But that was my first proper introduction to Hulder. I had been hearing a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues talk about and hype up Hulder, what she's about and what she represents. And honestly, she brings a very straight up, straightforward, traditional style of black metal in terms of vocal deliveries, in terms of music, in terms of production quality. Very straightforward and traditional black metal sounds coming from Hulder. And it's really nothing we haven't heard before from other bands, but Hulder made it very special. And with those two particular demos, it gave you a glimpse of the future of what was going to be soon to come from her. And she followed that up in 2019 with another EP release in the form of Embraced by Darkness Mists, which, if I'm not mistaken, was put out through Stygian Black Hand. And that EP was really, really solid and top-notch. More of the same, but a little bit of a growth and maturity in Hulder's sound and musical apprenticeship. It just sounded really, really good. And I was very much looking forward to hearing what Hulder was going to work with next. And of course, as her popularity began to grow, so did more hype surrounding her and her brand of black metal and how she was going to craft things for a potential debut full-length. And now we have that debut full-length entitled Godslastering, Hymns of a Forlorn Peasantry. It's 8 tracks, and it clocks in at around 39 minutes in length, and pretty much this is a full circle culmination of everything Hulder has been doing from her first couple of demos to where she's at now. And I honestly think that this is a way better album than I expected it to be. There's definitely a lot of stuff to enjoy with this album in terms of production quality, in terms of vocal work, in terms of musicianship. I mean, Hulder knows exactly what she's doing, and she delivers a really, really top-notch debut. Yeah. Music-wise, it's definitely within the confines of traditional-sounding black metal, in terms of tremolo riffs, in terms of just how beautiful and how painstakingly accurate some of these riffs sound. I mean, you hear it upon the opening moments of Upon Frigid Wings. I like the fact that this album starts off with a bang, not with a whimper. I mean, you feel like you're being lulled into some sort of sense of security by how sweet things sound for the first couple of seconds, and then boom, right into the madness of Upon Frigid Winds and the great musical efforts being brought forward by Hulder. I mean, Upon Frigid Wings, Creature of Demonic Majesty, Purgation of Bodily Corruptions, Lowland Famine, just some really top-notch songwriting going on here and music writing in terms of riffs, in terms of musical deliveries, in terms of bass tones. It just sounds very powerful, very natural, very well executed and well played. I love that aspect of this album. The drumming on here is very good too. You get a great deal of blast beats. You get a great deal of more mid-tempo, melodic sort of compositions when it comes to the drum performances, especially for some of the lengthier tracks on this album. Once again, going to Lowland Famine, and of course, A Forlorn Peasant's Hymn. Really, really well done and very well-paced drumming. I love what this drum performance brings. And when it comes to the vocals, of course, Hulder holds her own, not only as a fantastic musician and storyteller, but also with her vocals. Her growls are very powerful, very well executed, very well worded, very articulated. A lot of aggression, a lot of anger, a lot of passion going forward with this, with all of these songs and all of the lyrics and concepts behind them. I think it's a very, very well executed vocal performance here by Hulder. So overall, if you are a fan of her work, I would highly recommend that you give this debut full-length album a shot, because if this is the kind of stuff we're going to be getting from Hulder for many more years to come, I say bring it on. I definitely am a part of this Hulder hype train. I wasn't sure if I would be, but I'm glad to say that I am in on this Hulder hype. I appreciate what she's doing with black metal. It sounds really good, it sounds very genuine, and it sounds from the heart. If you are almost put off by the hype, I would say to swallow your pride and not be a coward and give this Hulder album a full listen. You may be surprised and you may find something special about it. If not, you have better things to worry about, but I definitely think Hulder is well worth the hype and anticipation. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Upon Frigid Winds, Creature of Demonic Majesty, Sown in Barren Soil is another really top-notch track, Lowland Famine, and A Forlorn Peasant's Hymn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Iron Bonehead Productions Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it, buy it digitally, and to the best of my knowledge, it is available physically as a CD and 12-inch vinyl. I know that it's been selling quite well ever since it originally came out, so hopefully Iron Bonehead will continue to keep this album in print to push back against flippers and scammers who may sell this album for twice or three times much more. Please get this album at a decent price. Again, the album is Godslastering, Hymns of a Forlorn Peasantry by Hulder. This is released on Iron Bonehead Productions. Definitely check this one out. If you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Are any of you guys into Hulder? Definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time, Army Ho out.